Hello everybody, today we're doing a quick video on showing you how to do various forms of case lighting, very simple and cheap and effective ways to illuminate your computer, your custom built computer, show off all the components, make it look very noticeable, I guess you can say. So I'm going to show you some of the quickest ways to do it. And first off, the easiest and probably arguably the cheapest way of doing it is with LED fans. Turn it on here. So here are kind of all of your basic ideas of different things you can use. For example, like I said, the cheapest and most effective option is your LED fans. They're pretty cheap, they're easy to come by, you can find them pretty much anywhere. And they come in a ton of different sizes. You've got 120mm, you got your 80mm here, here's a 200mm one. So you can pretty much find a port on your computer and you can have a ton of them. If you have your coolers, custom coolers for your processor, you can have them on there as well. So this is more so geared to now if you have a big, side panel here, if you really want to illuminate the inside of it, really kind of show everything. You have a few options. One of them, it's these cold cathode lights. You can get them from several retailers. They're a great alternative. They're great lighting. They produce a lot of light depending which colors you get. Some colors are better than others. Blues and greens, for example, they illuminate a lot more. They also sell these UV and purple, but they're not very bright. They're almost very hard to see. And so if you want to illuminate your computer case, I'd recommend something like red, blue, or green. And with them being cold cathodes, it's in the name, they don't create heat. And so you're not getting any type of heat with them. So again, they're not going to be adding any type of temperature to your case. All it is adding nice lighting to it, make it look very cool. They're varying sizes, sometimes 15 inches. You can get the smaller ones, they're 12 inches. So they come in kind of a small variety of sizes, and also different colors. They have green ones, red ones, purple ones, ton of different colors, but some colors are brighter than others. In this case, the blue ones I think are probably the brightest. Blue and green are probably the brightest ones. So the wiring, you can see it's a little bit obnoxious. You kind of got to find ways to get around it. That just plugs right into these Molex power connectors here. You can see on the back here we have the switch. That's what controls them, and with the flip of a switch you can turn them on and off. It's a great way, so if you have roommates or whatever, they're really blind about the light, you can turn it off at night while they're sleeping. Or even yourself, if you're at night leaving it on to download things, you can turn it off pretty easily. So almost all of these cold cathode lights, they're all built the same way. You get three main parts. So you get the cathode, obviously. That's what you're putting in your case. You're also going to get this little converter box. This is what converts the raw power from your computer into power that these cathode lights can use. And finally, you're given a switch, which you put on the back of your computer case. You just screw it on there in one of your open PCI slots. This is also, it's a switch to power it. And this is also your Molex connector. These all typically use Molex. 4-pin power connector, you plug that in there. And then you plug this little guy into the converter box. And then you plug the cathode into the box as well. And so again, when I was mentioning the cable management can get a little rough. You can see this is all for one cathode light. It's a lot of wiring. You gotta get kind of creative with hiding it if you're really into cable management. So cold cathode, I think, are my favorite ways of illuminating cases. Again, they're fairly cheap. You can find them about $10 for a pack of 2, the smaller ones. So it works great for illuminating the case. Again, they come in a variety of colors: blue, red, green, purple, yellow. They do have white, UV, and they also have ones that color change. You have the blue, red, you have the blue, green, and then you have the red, blue, and green. So you can get a ton of different varieties. There's a ton of different options you can get. And so have fun with that. Cold cathodes are definitely my favorite way. And finally, you get these things. They're liquid neon lighting. You can see they come in a pretty thick tube. It's liquid neon. It's not going to create any heat. They're low heat producing. So you can again just mount these in your case in there. They come in again a variety of different colors. There's a green one. They come in, that I know of, blue and red as well. They also have these neon tubes that switch between colors. They alternate colors, different reds to blues to greens to purples. They kind of change around the board. So it all depends what you're looking for. I prefer a straight color. In this case, it's all blue. In my other computer, it's all green. And the wiring for these neons are exactly the same as the cathodes, but instead of plugging in the cathode light, you just plug in the neon light. And again, you're kind of dealing with a little bit more of wiring. You have your switch, you have the Molex power connector, the converter box, which you got to hide somewhere, and then you have the liquid neon light. Now some of the cathode lighting, they also come with these. You can buy these, or you can even buy them separately. They're sound control ones. Now they don't work very well, the ones I have experience with, but if you play music very loud, it has a lot, really big bass to it. They actually you can control it, and it can, go with the beat. It's actually kind of cool. I personally don't recommend it unless, again, you play your music very loud, you play your games very loud, and you have like a really big bass to it. Otherwise, it's not going to work very well. Particularly if you have the box. Again, you have to store these somewhere. If you have it inside your case, it's not going to hear the music very well. So if you put it on like the outside of the case, somewhere out here, somewhere near a speaker, it might be better. But again, another option, sound control. You can get a lot more advanced options, I'm sure, out there, but these are kind of your budget items. They're kind of cheaper. So I hope you found this video helpful. Again, there's a ton of different lighting options. You can find a ton more. You can always manually do it yourself. You can solder in some LEDs, capacitors, and patch it in through the 12-volt Molex. You can do a ton of different things. That's what's great about PC gaming. You kind of control it. You can do whatever you want with it. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Again, I'll put links down below of where you can find some of these items, including the cathodes and neon lighting and all the different LED fans. If you like this video and all my other videos, feel free to subscribe, and we'll see you again next time.